Fans of Christina Anstead likely best know the television personality for appearing alongside her now ex-husband, Tarek El Moussa, on Flip or Flop. The two have been flipping houses and garnering plenty of loyal fans since the show first aired on HGTV in 2013, and Flip or Flop's ratings have skyrocketed season after season, eventually making it the highest-rated show on HGTV that it is today via Multichannel News. When this dynamic duo filed for divorce after 7 years of marriage in 2017, it was a shock for fans of the show everywhere. Mackenzie Ziegler made her debut as a public figure in 2011 when she appeared in the controversial Lifetime reality show, Dance Moms. And when Christina married a new man the following year, it had her house-flipping fans wondering who the mystery man was. Luckily, her new husband is used to all the attention. The little sibling of fellow Dance Moms star Maddie Ziegler, the youngest Ziegler sister, quickly became one of the most beloved figures on the show due to her skills as a dancer and her innocent, witty remarks. Since her 2016 departure from the Lifetime reality show, Mackenzie has only upped her game as both a performer and public figure. However, despite her success and millions of Instagram followers, over 14 million at the time of this writing, Mackenzie doesn't actually see herself as a celebrity. "I don't think followers are a big deal. I'm thankful that I have millions, but it's just a button," the star told Flaunt. Of course, Mackenzie is too busy to be concerned with how many Instagram followers she has. From dancing her way into our hearts to dropping a collab with a famous singer, this gal has been hustling for much of her young life. Here's a look at the stunning transformation of Mackenzie Ziegler. Mackenzie Ziegler has been singing longer than she's been dancing. Mackenzie Ziegler made a name for herself as the talented little sister of Maddie Ziegler on the hit reality show Dance Moms. While dancing may have skyrocketed the younger Ziegler sister to fame, it was not Mackenzie's first love. In fact, as Mackenzie revealed to Sean magazine, she wasn't even excited about dancing until she was well into her Dance Moms career. Anstead lives a life on television too, hosting shows like Wheeler Dealers and For the Love of Cars. "When I was little, I didn't really have a passion for dancing, but when I was about 9 years old, I knew it was something I wanted to keep doing," Mackenzie explained to the magazine. According to Mackenzie, she was passionate about something else before dance stole her heart. "I started voice lessons when I was 6 years old, and from there I really knew that I wanted to pursue singing," Mackenzie told the publication. But what else is there to know about Christina Anstead's husband? Here's a look: Christina Anstead's marriage and the truth about her husband, Ant Anstead. Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead is known for hosting the TV show Wheeler Dealers. Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead has always been a car guy, so when he was asked to join the television show Wheeler Dealers on Discovery in 2017, he jumped at the opportunity. Of course, it helped that the full-time mechanic was already a big fan of the classic car restoration series. Up until then, Anstead wasn't very well known outside of the UK. Considering she's a bona fide pop star now, it's safe to say Mackenzie's voice lessons paid off. Mackenzie Ziegler had to be homeschooled. Mackenzie Ziegler is a celebrity these days, but as of this writing, the former Dance Moms star still just a teenager. And, like other teens her age, Mackenzie has to go to school to get an education. Of course, her demanding schedule as a star means Mackenzie can't exactly attend a normal high school. Instead, as she and her big sister Maddie revealed in a July 2016 interview with Today, the siblings started being home-schooled by a Pittsburgh-based tutor in 2013. "It sometimes gets annoying, obviously, because I'm with my sister, and we don't have any friends there," Mackenzie revealed. That said, this dancing queen almost certainly knows she's better off being home-schooled than she is attempting to be successful at a normal school. However, being on the television show was never about the fame for him. According to her big sis, the siblings once missed, 50 days of school one year while pursuing their dancing dreams. Mackenzie Ziegler hated her big sister when she was younger. Mackenzie and Maddie Ziegler may be some of the most famous siblings in the country, but they still have the same problems as regular, non-famous sisters. And according to Mackenzie and Maddie, those problems were only exacerbated during their Dance Moms days. "I didn't really like dance when I was younger because I was getting compared to Maddie," Mackenzie revealed to the project via NewsHub. "The cars are the stars.
And the fact is that we just have the privilege to be the pair that talks about cars, he told Classic Proof. Unfortunately, when Anstead took over as co-host during season 14, there was some pushback from fans who had been with the show since the beginning. It was a disappointing start, to say the least, but Anstead pushed past it. For us, it isn't about the change of hosts, it's all about the cars, he said in an interview with Classic Proof. Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead is British. When Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead decided to join the television series Wheeler Dealers, it meant moving to America to be a part of the production. While his wife Christina grew up in California, Anstead had lived his whole life in the UK. "We used to fight every single day on Dance Moms," added big sister Maddie. Mackenzie chalked up her rocky relationship and fraught relationship with Maddie to being with her sister all day, every day. "When Maddie and I were younger, we literally hated each other," Mackenzie said in an August 2019 interview with Elite Daily. However, this British bloke seems to have easily adjusted to the sunny California coast. The former Dance Moms star continued, saying, "Now, Maddie and I are best friends." Added Mackenzie, "She's really supportive of me, which is so awesome." On Dance Moms, Mackenzie Ziegler proved she's not afraid to cry these days. Mackenzie Ziegler has pop star aspirations, producing credits, and a bright future as a star. However, when she first appeared on our television screens, Mackenzie was just a kid. Still, Mackenzie's age didn't stop Dance Moms Abby Lee Miller from speaking to her as if she was an adult. In an early, oft-quoted Dance Moms moment, Mackenzie breaks down in tears while attempting to learn a routine, prompting Abby Lee to pull her into the hallway and deliver a stern lecture to the teary tot. "Personally, I've really settled in," he admitted to Drive Tribe. Later on, after performing a solid run-through of said routine, Mackenzie nonchalantly told the Dance Moms cameras, "I just cry sometimes. It's no big deal." Speaking with BBC News, Mackenzie admitted she now knows Abby Lee's harsh way of directing the kids in her dance classes was far from appropriate, but the former Dance Moms star simply got used to the criticism during her time on the show. "Dance teachers are always very strict on kids, so I just learned to take it," Mackenzie explained. Mackenzie Ziegler says she wouldn't be where she is now if not for Dance Moms. As fans of Mackenzie Ziegler know, the multi-talented performer first became a household name while appearing alongside her sister, Maddie Ziegler, on the controversial reality show Dance Moms. And while the show kicked off Mackenzie's career, her time on Dance Moms was far from a walk in the park. "When I was on Dance Moms I was really scared to put myself out there," Mackenzie told Flaunt, recalling the many tears that were shed while trying and failing to learn difficult routines, as well as learning to navigate instructor Abby Lee Miller's notoriously intimidating coaching style. While Mackenzie doesn't keep up with Abby Lee anymore, she said she wishes the best for her awesome former dance teacher via Us Weekly. Anstead continued, saying, "I love living in Newport Beach. I love being in this part of the world." The decision for Anstead to leave his friends and family on the other side of the world was not an easy one for him to make, but had he not made that decision, he wouldn't be anywhere near where he ended up today. The West Coast is where he met his now wife, whom he shares a home with that's just minutes from the beach. Mackenzie told Flaunt, "I learned a lot from the show, like how to stick up for myself." Added the former Dance Moms star, "I wouldn't be here without the show." Mackenzie Ziegler's mom is her best friend. Mackenzie Ziegler is famously close with her big sister, Maddie Ziegler. However, according to the youngest Ziegler sibling, it's a different family member who gets the title of Best Bud. In a June 2020 Instagram post, Mackenzie wished her mother, Melissa Ziegler Jasoni, a happy birthday, writing, "Thank you for being my best friend." Added Mackenzie, "You do everything for me and I'm so thankful." Of course, it has to be one that has an enormous garage for all of his cars. Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead used to be a policeman. Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead had a plan when he graduated high school. According to his official website, Anstead immediately joined the police force as one of the UK's youngest officers after high school. "Love you so much." Despite being her best friend, though, Mackenzie's mom still manages to humiliate Mackenzie and her older sister Maddie. "Automobiles never seem to be too far away, though. It's embarrassing that my mom is on Instagram," Maddie told Today in a July 2016 interview.
He still built cars in his spare time and has even admitted to being a part of some pretty crazy car chases while on the job via Drive Tribe. After 6 years, he ended up leaving this dangerous life to build cars full-time. The sisters even recalled a particularly embarrassing moment at the Teen Choice Awards, revealing their mom yelled for Zac Efron to take off his shirt as he was on stage presenting an award. "The best move I've ever made was making the decision to wake up one morning and decide this is what I love and this is what I want to do forever," he told Lotus. When television eventually came calling, Anstead's previous experience as a policeman surprisingly helped make it a much easier transition. As Mackenzie told Today, "The people around us looked at our mom and were like, 'What are you doing?'" Mackenzie Ziegler has been the victim of bullying. Mackenzie Ziegler is one of the most beloved public figures to come out of the Dance Moms franchise. Unfortunately, however, that doesn't mean she was immune to being bullied. "When you're standing in front of someone armed, that's real fear. It kind of makes standing on stage or in front of a camera easy," he explained to Influx magazine. Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead has written a few books. Christina Anstead's husband is a man of many talents. In addition to being a car guru, Ant Anstead is also a published author. As noted on his Twitter account, Anstead was in the process of polishing off his third book in April 2020, though he already had 2 completed books on the shelves. In June 2020, a video surfaced featuring Mackenzie claiming she'd been bullied by Daryanka Sanchez, who, at the time, was rumored to be joining the TikTok content house, Hype House. Apparently, one of those books has a particularly special link to his past. Writing Cops and Robbers, the story behind the British police car gave Anstead the opportunity to combine his passion for cars with his previous occupation as a policeman. Plus, it gave him even more of a reason to spend extra time around automobiles. Ahead of releasing the book, Anstead announced, "It's going to be an epic book, and researching it meant that I got to hang out with old police cars, which was very cool." Anstead spent months researching and sourcing old photographs for this historical handbook, and he even enlisted the help from regulars of the Police Car UK club meeting held at the British Motor Museum back in his home country of England. "She's very mean to me and she calls me very mean words," Mackenzie revealed in the video via 17. "Those people definitely know their stuff, after all." Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead has been building cars since before he could even drive. Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead has always had a need for speed. While most people aren't constantly thinking about cars before they're even able to legally drive them, Anstead has been a lover of all things cars since he was just a kid. The former Dance Moms star continued, saying, "She just always hurts my feelings and hates me." Since Mackenzie knows exactly what it feels like to be bullied, she doesn't hesitate when it comes to defending others. Recalling a time she stood up to a dance class bully who was being mean to her friend, Mackenzie told Teen Vogue, "I told her that was not nice, and that you should not bully her because we're on the same team, and we should all love each other." Here's hoping Mackenzie is just as quick to defend herself against bullying. Mackenzie Ziegler used to go by Mac Z. Mackenzie Ziegler is a household name today, but if you fancy yourself a fan of Mackenzie's early music, you might know her best as Mac Z. According to 17, when first starting her career as a pop star, Mackenzie performed under the stage name Mac Z, even naming her 2014 debut album after her shortened moniker. As her website notes, the video for "It's a Girl Party," one of the most popular songs from Mac Z, reached #1 in the United States, United Kingdom, and Australia. In 2016, Mackenzie released the single "Day and Night" with fellow singer Johnny Orlando. This time, however, the former Dance Moms star dropped her Mac Z stage name, instead opting for her full name, which was already super recognizable. He began building practically anything with a motor when he was only around 12 years old, purchasing old lawn mower parts to build go-karts that we was able to drive before receiving his license via Classic Proof. Only a year later, he began building his first of what would be many, many cars. Needless to say, the day Anstead was actually able to get his driver's license was an exciting one that he had been waiting for years. Growing up in the UK, he was forced to wait a whole year longer than American teens do. In England you have to be 17 years old to get a driving license, Anstead told Motor Trend.
He continued, explaining, "So when I was literally 17 and an hour, I was driving, because I was a car guy, I always wanted to drive. Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead had no plans to ever be on television. Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead had no aspirations to ever be on television. While Anstead wasn't against the idea of being a TV personality, the idea just wasn't something that ever really crossed his mind. Instead, he focused on his work as a mechanic, building cars in his garage full-time and slowly building up a living. At the time of this writing, the music video for Day and Night has been viewed over 23 million times on Johnny Orlando's YouTube channel. Mackenzie Ziegler is a published author. Fans know Mackenzie Ziegler as a talented force to be reckoned with on stage, but in 2018, Mackenzie proved she was even more than a performer. Kenzie's Rules for Life: How to Be Happy, Healthy, and Dance to Your Own Beat, Mackenzie's first effort as an author, was published in May 2018. Speaking with Flaunt, Mackenzie revealed, "I wanted to write a book about positivity, because my friends are always saying, 'How are you so positive with everything?'" Mackenzie continued, saying, "I always find the bright side of things." In a May 2018 interview with Tiger Beat, Mackenzie revealed that becoming an author had long been on her list of dreams to achieve. "Ever since I was little, I've always loved reading. In fact, that's what he was doing in 2013 when England's popular Channel 4 called and asked if he would be a part of their new car show, For the Love of Cars. 2 years later, the US, and so I wanted to write my own book," Mackenzie told the publication. Based Wheeler Dealers gave him a call to ask if he'd join their program, as well. "I'd never done TV before," Anstead admitted to Motoring Middle East, explaining that he has never been one to say no to a new opportunity. Added Anstead, "I just knew in my heart, sure I want to do this." The former Dance Moms star continued, saying, "I thought I was going to write a kid's book, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to start with a memoir about myself." Mackenzie Ziegler executive produced and starred in a web series. It's indisputable that Mackenzie Ziegler is a highly talented individual, whether she's showing off her dance skills at a competition or hitting the high notes as a pop princess. "It's something that I really love." Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead has 2 kids from his previous marriage. When Christina Anstead met her husband Ant Anstead, the two already had a lot in common, but a big similarity was that they each had 2 children before welcoming their son Hudson in 2019. Before meeting and marrying the Christina on the Coast star, Anstead was married to his wife, Louise, who he separated from in July 2017 via Twitter. The 2 children Anstead shares with his ex-wife, Amelie and Archie, are his everything, but with his ex-wife being back in the UK, the 2 teens travel back and forth between their mother's house and Anstead's place in Newport Beach, California via People. As fans of the star well know, Mackenzie is also a terrific actress, guest starring on Nikki, Ricky, Dickie and Don in 2015 and 2017. And in 2018, Mackenzie took on the lead role of Cassie in the web series Total Eclipse. However, Mackenzie didn't just sign on to be the star of Total Eclipse. Instead, the former Dance Moms star joined the web series as an executive producer. "It was so fun because I've never filmed a YouTube show, and it was definitely something different," Mackenzie told Paper about her experience as an EP. "Needless to say, those kids racking up many frequent flyer miles." Anstead has made it clear that he's adamant about keeping his kids comfortable in their new blended family, and that includes Christina's kids, too. "If you ever make a decision that doesn't put the kids first, it is the wrong decision," he told People. Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead holds a world record. Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead lives and breathes cars, so, after over 20 years of building them, it shouldn't be a shocker that he holds a world record in the automotive industry. Mackenzie continued, saying, "I love playing Cassie because she's different from everything I've ever played. Usually I play a popular girl or something like that, but I got to play a really shy and kind of awkward character." Mackenzie Ziegler worried she wouldn't grow close with her Total Eclipse co-stars. Mackenzie Ziegler starred on Dance Moms from 2011 to 2016, surrounded by friends, as well as her big sister Maddie, who all shared similar interests. Outside of that world, though, it could be challenging to make friends. The former reality show star revealed in a May 2018 interview with Paper that she was initially worried she wouldn't bond with her Total Eclipse co-stars, telling the publication that she and the rest of the cast are best friends now. Mackenzie admitted, "I feel like we were all really scared that we wouldn't become as close as we are now, but it's really nice because we hang out even when we're not on set." And according to Mackenzie, her relationship with her co-stars has even benefited their YouTube series. "It definitely helped that we were friends because a lot the times they had to say mean things to me because obviously they were bullying me, and it was actually good because we wouldn't take it to heart because we were really close," Mackenzie revealed. Added the star, "It was super fun filming with them." This is how Mackenzie Ziegler vents her feelings. Although a teenager, Mackenzie Ziegler has the career most adults could only ever dream of having. In fact, Anstead built an Aston Martin that was sold at an auction for the most amount of money in history. "People lust after these cars more than ever before, and there are individuals willing to pay more money than ever to have one," he explained to This Is Money. Throughout his car career, Anstead has spoken to many automobile enthusiasts who surprisingly own hundreds of cars, practically a different one to drive on every day of the year. "People collect these cars in the same way as people collect stamps," Anstead told This Is Money. He continued, revealing, "That will always shock me." Before his big sale, Anstead revealed that he had taken two of the same vehicle to a local scrapyard, not realizing that he was missing out on hundreds of thousands of dollars. Instead of a hunk of junk, he could have been sitting on a hunk of cash. Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead used to be a semi-professional football player. When Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead isn't busy kicking around car parts, he's kicking around a soccer ball, or football, as they like to call it in England. In fact, Anstead was actually a semi-professional player back in the UK. That's not to say it's been easy for her, though. According to This Is Money, he actually played over 700 games as both a goalie and a striker. Now, that's impressive. Soccer isn't something Anstead has given up since moving to the California coast either. Mackenzie has had to navigate all the ups and downs of fame while in that awkward transition from childhood to adulthood. Fortunately, Mackenzie has plenty of creative outlets into which she can funnel her teen angst. Music is her favorite way to wind down, de-stress, and turn her thoughts and feelings into art. "I go into a writing session and I just vent," Mackenzie told Elite Daily in an August 2019 interview. According to Mackenzie, music offers a certain freedom that her other passion, dance, simply cannot. Unfortunately, however, he received an arm injury that left him in a sling in 2019, an injury that happened to come in the middle of shooting a season of Wheeler Dealers. With dance, you have to be prepared. If you don't know a dance, you're cut. As the show's main car mechanic, Anstead had to enlist some help in order for him to get the job done with only one functioning arm. "But with singing, you can literally say whatever," Mackenzie told Elite Daily. Added the former Dance Moms star, "It's really cool." Mackenzie Ziegler has a love-hate relationship with social media. Mackenzie Ziegler is part of Generation Z, which CBS News dubbed the most web-savvy, app-friendly generation. Although Mackenzie, who was born in 2004, grew up surrounded by advancing technology and countless social media platforms, the former reality star often wishes she could just unplug from it all. "There's so much hate on social media and it sucks," Mackenzie told Elite Daily in an August 2019 interview. She continued, saying, "I just really want to delete it all sometimes, but I can't because it's obviously my work." That said, Mackenzie did admit that social media has taught her an invaluable life lesson. From watching the episode, it looks like this TV star/soccer player had quite a hard time working with his hands, or feet. Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead owns his own car company. Long before Ant Anstead met Christina Anstead, he had built himself a UK-based business called Dowsett's Classic Cars, in which he built and restored cars. Like many great businesses, Anstead's car restoration service started off as a small little workshop at his home, with the professional mechanic building one car at a time by himself. "Social media has made me really humble," Mackenzie revealed. After cashing out from the cars he built and sold, he was able to build up his business, as well, via Lotus. She continued, telling the publication, "I hate people who act differently because they have a lot of followers." Speaking with Flaunt in August 2018, Mackenzie revealed that she finds the heavy editing and filters used on her fans' social media photos a bit disheartening.
It has since turned into a customized car experience for each client that Anstead and his team work with. 13-year-olds are face-tuning themselves to look skinnier, Mackenzie opined. We even ensure the seating position, steering wheel and pedals suit the customer's exact size and frame," he explained to Influx. Added the star, "I just want to tell them, it doesn't matter. You're 13, just live your life." Mackenzie Ziegler has a special relationship with this singer. Mackenzie Ziegler has most definitely come into her own as a performer and public figure. "Hey, that seems like a pretty sweet deal. The cars, as his company's name implies, are indeed classics, but most of them are completely made from scratch from the foundation up." However, before becoming Mac Z, a published author, an actress, and an executive producer, Mackenzie was best known for being the little sister of Maddie Ziegler, who also starred on Dance Moms. Many people know Maddie Ziegler as the young, talented dancer who left many a mouth agape and inspired countless Halloween costumes with her incredible dance skills in Sia's Chandelier music video. And, in June 2020, Mackenzie Ziegler followed in her sister's footsteps to work on her own collaboration with the award-winning artist. Revealing that she and Sia had teamed up to create Mackenzie's single Exhale, the former Dance Moms star told People, "I wanted to make a song that everyone can just have fun to." Recalling her disbelief that Sia would actually want to record a duet with her, Mackenzie told People, "She's always so supportive, but I never thought that she would do a song with me." Added Mackenzie, "I'm just so grateful for that because I look up to her so much as a role model and she's my inspiration in music." Although they look old, they're brand new, Anstead explained. "Shiny and new. What's not to love?" Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead is into crafting. Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead is full of surprises. Crafting doesn't quite seem like something a mechanic by trade would be into, but it appears these two hobbies have a lot more in common than one might think. According to Anstead, it's all about putting your personality into it. "It's that hands-on, creative spark that set me on the path to be a car builder," Anstead explained to Homemaker magazine. He continued, saying, "But building cars hasn't stopped me making other stuff." After shooting an episode of Anstead's very first television show in the UK for the love of cars, Anstead took an old, beat-up canvas hood that he had removed from a Land Rover. Knowing it still had to be useful for something, he decided to make himself a bag out of it. "Every time I use the bag, it reminds me of the restoration and the people I met when rebuilding that car," he said. Added Anstead, "I loved that car." Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead is passionate about his charity work. Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead knows the importance of giving back. In 2012, Anstead became an ambassador for Harrison's Fund, a charity committed to awareness and research of Duchenne muscular dystrophy, a progressive genetic disorder in children which typically affects boys. "Knowing I am supporting something which could eventually mean a new lifeline for thousands of young boys each year is something I am proud to lend my voice to," Anstead said of the organization. Cars helped fuel the cause, pun intended. In 2017, Anstead auctioned off a car he built from scratch for the charity at a motor show in the UK. "Being able to combine two things I am passionate about is a no-brainer for me. I get to build a car and at the same time help Harrison's Fund," he announced. His Wheeler Dealers co-host Mike Brewer joined him by restoring his own car for a charity of his choice, and it turned into a bit of a competition to see who could raise the most money. "Battle off against Mike Brewer," Anstead said. Added the TV host, "Wait, that's three things I love." Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead loves fast food. Christina Anstead's husband Ant Anstead loves greasy food. Stars, they're just like us. After being diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, Christina decided she needed to change her life, so she changed what she eats in a day. Upon witnessing the incredible changes she saw from simply eating right and exercising, she wanted to share her story, along with tips and tricks, with others. In April 2020, she partnered with a celebrity nutritionist and released a book called The Wellness Remodel, a guide to rebooting how you eat, move, and feed your soul. Of course, her husband was immensely proud of her, gushing about her on Instagram, with a Big Mac in hand. In July 2020, he hilariously captured his time home cooking for her kids while she was away at work, serving a French recipe called Le Big Mac and serving them a side dish of French fries and Coke in champagne glasses to wash it all down with.
Judging by her comment to his Instagram post, it seems she doesn't usually allow her kids to have soda. Whoops. Anstead supports Christina Anstead working on a TV show with her ex Christina Anstead'S husband. Anstead'S seems to be a perfectly supportive husband. As fans of the HGTV star know, Christina shares 2 kids with her ex-husband Tarek El Moussa, so they understandably have to make their co-parenting relationship work. However, even after their divorce, the two also made the decision to continue working together as co-stars on their HGTV house flipping series, Flip or Flop. Unfortunately, the first season they shot together post-separation caused Christina to admit in a press release, "Since we have to see each other every day it's beyond awkward, via country living." Yikes. What has to be even more awkward is how her new husband feels about her working with her ex. However, Anstead is the supportive hubs everybody dreams of having. She and Tarek have tackled this series with an amazing attitude and professionalism, he posted on Instagram as he gushed over his wife. Anstead continued, saying, "I'm so incredibly proud of her for rolling up her sleeves and cracking on. Mr. and Mrs. Anstead definitely make a good match.